Welcome back to The Rundown. As temperatures are beginning to drop, conditions are getting even more dangerous for our city's homeless population. This is perception that there's a rise of homelessness across the area. We wanted to ask what's really going on and who generally homeless people are in our area. So Rachel Glassman from Miriam's Kitchen, which has 40 years of experience working to end homelessness in the city, joins us on The Rundown. How you doing, Rachel?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being here. And as you're working to get people off the streets and housed, what's the biggest obstacle you're facing?
Oh, that's a good one. It's something where the system is incredibly complex, and being able to walk alongside someone and help them navigate the housing system in all its complexities is something that I know our case managers work tirelessly to do. It's not an easy job, but they work day in, day out, walking alongside our guests to make sure that, as we work with people, we're finding ways to find homes.
Who would you say generally in our area is homeless? And does that, who they are, make it more difficult to get them into houses and into jobs? Does it even make it impossible sometimes?
It's tricky. So every year there's what's called a point in time count, and it's essentially an annual census of who's experiencing homelessness on one particular night. And from that survey, we derive a lot of data. A few things that came out of this year's point in time count is that there was an 18% increase across the DMV in individuals experiencing homelessness. The problem is growing, and we need to bring community together to solve that problem.
And some of these folks are older than you would think as well, too, right?
Yes. Yeah, 35% were over the age of 55. So it's something where it's not just the sheer numbers of individuals experiencing homelessness, but it's how do you help people in different stages of their life rebuild their life once they are housed as well.
And that's where Miriam's Kitchen comes in. Do you have any advice on how to best handle interaction with someone who is homeless? Maybe you're walking down the street, you're a person who wants to be generally helpful, but in that moment, you don't really know what to do. Do you have any advice on that?
One of the things to keep in mind is that we're all people. We're all humans. We're all of the same human race, and being able to treat people like they are humans reminds them of their humanity. One of the things we hear often in our dining room is that people feel unseen. And being able to smile at someone, make eye contact, it's a little thing. And help where you can. A lot of times people, you think that you need to pass out money, and that's not necessarily the case. If you have it and are able to do that, wonderful. But a smile, a handshake, just asking people how they are, treat people like you would treat anyone else. And I think that goes a long way in reminding people that they are people too.
Rachel, we've got about a minute, but I wanted to know, 40 years of Miriam's Kitchen, where does the work go from here? Where are you heading, and how can people support?
Yeah, in terms of where we're going, we just finished a 3-year strategic planning process, and a lot of that goes into some of that data we talked about at the upfront in looking at, what are the root causes of homelessness? How do you help people who are aging into homelessness? How do you help people who are more vulnerable stay out of homelessness? So there's a lot of different strategies to think about. And then in terms of how to get involved, we are open 5 days a week. We're always looking for people to come down and serve in our kitchen and dining room. We're a nonprofit, so donations are always welcome. Time, talent, treasure, we are always looking for people to get involved. We also have a couple of events coming up. This weekend is Halloween weekend at the Perch, which goes to support Miriam's Kitchen. And then we have our Run for MK happening November 11th. It's a 5K, 10K fun run happening along the C&O Canal. So lots of ways to get involved this fall.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel Glassman of Miriam's Kitchen. We will have to have you back to continue the conversation about homelessness as we get into the winter months. Thanks for the work you do, and thanks for joining us tonight on the News 4 Rundown.
Thanks, Tommy.
You got it.